In this video, we'll discuss the latest amendment being introduced in Pakistan's constitution. Pakistan's 27th amendment is currently a topic of major discussion. What is it? What controversies are taking place around it? How will it weaken Pakistan's Supreme Court? And how is it an attempt by the executive and the military to centralize power? Let us discuss all of this. Political turmoil in Pakistan is nothing new. Every now and then, we hear news about clashes between politicians, courts, and the country's military. In this country, a power struggle is almost always going on. Everyone is looking to capture power. The situation is such that since the creation of Pakistan, these power tussles have never really stopped. There has always been turbulence among the three pillars of the country: the civilian government, the judiciary, and the military. Pakistan has swung between civilian and military rule. Technically, it is a democracy, but in reality, it is under military control. In fact, this country does not function according to the constitution, but according to the will of the military. The constitution exists only in name. Due to political chaos and repeated military takeovers, the constitution has been suspended several times. Those in power have continuously tried to consolidate their authority. Even recently, something similar is being attempted. Efforts are being made to introduce certain controversial changes in the constitution. An attempt is being made to shift the power dynamics among the country's institutions. Through the 27th Amendment Bill, there is an effort to create a committed judiciary. Along with that, there is also an attempt to formalize military rule. Let us understand the entire game. So far, 26 amendments have been made to Pakistan's constitution. Now, the 27th Amendment Bill has been introduced, and it has created an uproar in the country. This amendment has sparked major controversy because of the reforms it seeks to bring to Pakistan's judiciary. And that is because it aims to curtail the powers of Pakistan's Supreme Court. How? See, the bill proposes the creation of a new apex court in Pakistan. This court will be called the Federal Constitutional Court. With its formation, the Supreme Court will no longer remain the final authority in constitutional matters. That role will now be taken over by this new Federal Constitutional Court. This new apex court will exclusively handle constitutional interpretation. This power will be taken away from the Supreme Court. It will also look into important matters such as disputes between the federal and provincial governments. This responsibility until now rested with the Supreme Court. But through the 27th Amendment, an attempt is being made to change this entire system. A new apex court is being created to handle crucial areas and is being placed even above the country's Supreme Court. It would not be wrong to say that in Pakistan, we are witnessing a blatant attempt to alter the power dynamics within the judiciary. This amendment bill was introduced last year. Through it, an attempt is being made not only to reshape the judiciary but also to restructure the military leadership. This amendment bill will completely alter the power balance between Pakistan's judiciary, parliament, and military. Just imagine, the powers that a Supreme Court has held for decades will now be transferred to a new court. This new court will be placed above the Supreme Court. And most importantly, the executive will have deep involvement in the appointment of judges to this new court. The Federal Constitutional Court will have 7 judges, including a Chief Justice, who will be appointed by the President on the advice of the Prime Minister. This means the executive will have a major say in the appointment of judges to the new apex court. Parliamentary committees will nominate the judges, and the appointments will be confirmed only after receiving a 2/3 majority in both houses. Isn't this an attempt to politicize judicial appointments? As the ruling government will now be able to handpick loyal judges and place them in the new apex court. Moreover, the retirement age of these judges will also be higher than that of Supreme Court judges. In Pakistan, Supreme Court judges retire at the age of 65, while judges of the Federal Constitutional Court will retire at 68. So not only will they be loyal judges, but they will also serve for a longer tenure. On top of that, all important constitutional matters will now be handled by this new court. The Chief Justice of the Federal Constitutional Court will be ranked higher than the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. So clearly, by creating this new court, there is an attempt to outrank the existing judiciary. This is the latest example of political interference and executive control over democratic institutions in Pakistan. Very cleverly, the ruling government is trying to create a new apex court and fill it with judges loyal to itself. By effectively bypassing the Supreme Court, all important matters will now be handled by judges aligned with the government. Just imagine, in the future, issues related to elections and executive powers will be heard by these judges. Naturally, having committed judges will benefit the ruling government, as their decisions are likely to go in its favor. With the Supreme Court being sidelined, there will be no authority left to keep the executive's excesses in check. This will weaken the Supreme Court and strengthen the executive's control. A new court is being created, filled with government-nominated judges, and it will handle all key constitutional cases. This is not judicial reform. This is the creation of a parallel power center, one that is loyal to the executive and designed to outrank the country's Supreme Court. In any democracy, the core principle is checks and balances. By undermining the judiciary in this way, that principle will be severely eroded. Impartiality and independence will suffer. A hybrid judiciary will be created where political loyalty will matter more than justice. That is not good. In a country like Pakistan, institutions have already been struggling for a long time to maintain their independence. Now once again, the erosion of democratic principles in this manner is deeply concerning. In Pakistan, the military is the ultimate authority. The entire command of the country lies in the hands of the military. The 27th Amendment will further reinforce the military's influence, as it proposes granting the Chief of Army Staff the rank of Field Marshal for life after retirement. This means that under the 27th Amendment, Asim Munir will receive the lifetime rank of Field Marshal. Awarding such a lifetime honorary status to the military chief demonstrates the continuing dominance of the military in Pakistan's power structure. The military already runs the country from behind the scenes. Its influence over Pakistan's politics is nothing new, and now this influence seems to be gradually getting formalized. Through direct military coups, subtle interventions, and pressure tactics, the military has always played a preeminent role in Pakistan. Now, this 27th Amendment will directly benefit the current Field Marshal Asim Munir and further cement his top position. Overall, the ruling government and the Pakistani military are working together to sideline the judiciary, strengthen their own control, and re-engineer Pakistan's entire power structure according to their own interests. The impact of this erosion of democracy will be felt in Pakistan for many years to come. I hope that after watching this video, you have understood Pakistan's 27th Amendment and the power game behind its introduction. That's all for this session. Thank you for your time.